Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Journey, where we take entrepreneurs, real entrepreneurs from rags to riches, underdogs that just made something out of themselves, and share with us their journey. I believe there's a lot of unsung heroes out there that are extremely successful, but they're kind of like behind the scenes. And this podcast is really a platform for all those who really went from the bottom to the top and share with us their real life story. And here we have Idalia Castelan. Her journey is absolutely amazing. And instead of me introducing you to her, I would love for her to introduce herself. Idalia?
Hi, Tin. It's a pleasure to be here. Like you say, my name is Idalia Castelan, and I think I've been an entrepreneur maybe 4 years, but I have the entrepreneur spirit my whole life. So it's a pleasure to be here with you, sharing my journey. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, talk about the journey. Check this out, y'all. For all the waiters out there, and I'm talking about waiters at a restaurant, taking menus and everything. I mean, taking orders, giving menus out from A to Z. Idalia was a waiter. And I wanted to maybe spend a couple minutes for her to explain her life as a waiter, where it all started, I guess, from start to success here, where it all started, her life as a waiter. Share with us, Lala, if you can, your life as a waiter.
I was just telling my friends earlier that I used to love being a waiter. It wasn't my dream job for sure, because whenever you're younger, you dream about being a superstar. My personal dream was to be on the news, like being given out the news, but that didn't happen. So I came here, and I worked almost for 20 years on the restaurant industries, and being a waiter was one of my favorite jobs. Just because for me, with the spirit of entrepreneur, for me, those 4 tables were my business.
Yes.
And if you treat it like a business, it really pays off. So I love my job as a waiter.
Yeah, even as a waiter, I know you love your job. What's one thing you like about it and one thing you don't like about it?
I will say what I really like about it is the flexibility of meeting different kind of people. And you connect with so many different people. And what I didn't like about it, it's really the fact that you don't have like a life outside your job, because you have to be
stuck
there.
In there.
Yeah, you have to be there weekends. You have to be there holidays. You have to be there while your kids are celebrating their birthdays. So that's what I didn't like about it.
It's a level of dedication. Now, here's the golden question, y'all. Check this out. She used to be a waiter. Today, she's a multi-millionaire in the entrepreneurial industry. And there was something that happened in between, like during her journey. So the golden question is, what made you start your business? Because from a waiter, something had to happen that triggered your decision to start your business. What was it, Lala?
Well, Tin, as an immigrant, we came here with the expectation of a better lifestyle, for you, for your family. And you came here, and I find myself 20 years later that wasn't happening. It's not as easier as we could think at one moment of our lives. And there was a very tough times for me, and I find myself alone with 4 kids, not knowing what to do. And I knew it. I have to do something and make a change quick. I didn't have any more time to waste and go around finding, like those traditional jobs that doesn't really take you anywhere, that they keep you surviving only. So I knew it. I have to make something happen in my life. And that's when I decided to start my business, because I was going through really tough situations, not being able to provide the very basics for my kids. You don't feel enough.
Give us an example of providing the basic for your kid that you couldn't be able to do.
Many times we do take things for granted. Like having just 3 meals, we think that's something everybody has. Having electricity, you feel like that's something everybody should have. And that wasn't happening to me. I mean, there was days without electricity. There were days with only one meal a day. I saw all the kids, going to school with a fresh new clothes, and my kids were not able to have that. Even if I was like a really hard worker, working many hours, and I wasn't able to do that. So the worst thing that could happen to me is not feeling enough as a mom. Because
Like to provide, you mean, yeah.
Exactly. And I was by myself. So that's why I decided to make a change in my life. With everything I have, people don't understand. And a lot of times they say, why is Idalia so successful? Maybe there is someone that put part of their finance into the business and they are okay. I put everything I have, even if the investment was the minimum, that was all I have.
Yeah.
So I had to make that happen.
It happened. Like it was do or die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of the things I think she skipped it, and I want to just maybe expound on it. Her children had one meal a day. Just think of living that. And she did her best to really provide for her children. That was her best at that time. And I truly believe somewhere along the line, something has to happen to an entrepreneur, to a business owner, where something snaps and the decision had to be made. And my goodness, I'm glad you made that decision to jump in. Now, after you started, a lot of people, man, I just got to admit, they always think it's peaches and cream. It's, rolling downhill and we're just prancing around in sunshines and rainbow and everything is all flower. There's a ton of challenges, right? One of the important things I kind of want to dig deep into is the attitude and the mindset. What is your mindset and your attitude towards like difficulties that come up, the challenges that come up in the business?
Well, I think that if it wouldn't be for the obstacles that I had to overcome, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be in the place where I am right now. So I think this beautiful journey that we all have, that we call life, is full of upside downs and hills and valleys. And when you're down, you try to go up. And when you're up, you have to prepare to go down because you don't know what's going to happen, And I think challenge make me who I am right now. And I can say that I am grateful for all the process that I have to go through. And there is 3 things that I wanted to share with you.
Yes, I want to hear it.
Like on when people have challenge, because you have to be really resilient from whenever you have challenge. And because I manage 3 things: challenge, change, and complexity. Because that's part of our lives every single day. And I will say that I did get a support from 3 things that I have inside me. And one of them is my faith. I think God times are perfect and I never feel like alone. The second thing is gratitude. I am a very grateful person, and I remember, like, even if we have one meal, one pizza a day, I put everything out there for my kids to see what they have, and not focus on what they've done. So only focus on the things that we have. So I was very grateful, even if we have very little, but we still work together. We still have like a warm bed, all in one, but it's okay. I mean, and that way you can appreciate whenever you grow and have more so gratitude. And the other thing, action. I am a true believer that actions will always come with results.
Yes.
And you can only focus on the things that you can control. Personally, I always do a list, and I think those are the things that I can control, and I'm going to focus on that.
Yeah.
And those are the things that I cannot control, and I can't do anything about it. Why do I have to worry about it? Why do I have to stress myself with things that I can control? So that I leave it up to God.
Oh my goodness.
That's kind of the mindset that really you have to learn on how to become resilient after a challenge, after a tragedy, after a success that is happening, after a health report. You always have to be the first one that show up to your job, that show up to your life in general. So that's how you show the resilient part of you.
Look at that. And y'all, I don't know if you're inspired, but I am right now. It's been such a light bulb moment. And also, I think right now after a couple of years, there's so many accomplishments you've achieved. The next question I want to ask is, what is your definition of success, Dalia?
See, that's something that I think everybody has to identify in a different way.
Yes.
We agree with that.
Yeah, everyone has, it's a ton of definitions out there, but what's yours? Yeah.
I think it really depends on the situation that you are going through. It's complicated to explain what is success for me, because at one point of my life, success for me was having that money that I needed it to survive. That was my success right there. Yeah. But if you ask me, like right now,
yes, I did.
The success for me is just like having that balance in my life where my family, my own goals are like in a place, a stable place. Yeah. Because I never look for like being always like excited or happy. It's like more like something retainable and that gives you that peace that you can actually transmit to other people. And I think finding the balance on a successful life, it's very what is success for me.
Yes. I think just expanding on the balance part. You're also a mom and you're a great successful entrepreneur. Can you give us maybe a tip, tidbit on those entrepreneurs out there who are moms and who are just running a business, how to balance and maintain that lifestyle?
It's very interesting that you ask me that, because when I was growing and I was so focusing on just putting my business, my entrepreneur life like out there, I at one point of my life I feel like, okay, I'm very successful here in my business, but my life with my family was right here. And that didn't make me feel good about it. So I had to work and find the balance. And I find out that everything happens when you prioritize what's important for you. So being a little bit more intentional on prioritizing what matters to you, it's what really helped me finding the balance, because now I can see that my kids have a present mom full time while I'm working my business and just delegating some stuff. It really helped me.
Yeah, you have adorable children, by the way. They're amazing, and just seeing them, the dynamic with them it's a great joy. It's great joy, and people who have a great united family can sense that.
Oh, thank you.
That's great. And I wanted to run by you this one, and it's more of it's very, again, all these questions and this interview that when you share with your journey, it's really Idalia Castelan life that no one in the world has the same history, the same experience, and all these answers that you're giving is so unique. And that's what I love about this podcast, because there's the content on this is absolutely tailored to someone else's experience, right? Now, the life you're living right now, Lala, is it the life you want?
I wouldn't say that it's exactly the life I want, because one thing is not feeling enough on something, and one thing is wanted it to do better.
Yes.
And me, it's like I know I'm enough, but I think I can do better.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
There is always room to grow.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what's my limit. I still don't know my limit because when you find yourself on a situation that is giving you so much and you have the opportunity to give that to other people, then there is no limits, because the greatest thing that I find with my business is being able to make a difference and impact other people's lives. And so that's why I don't have like a limit just yet. So I don't know if it's going to happen, but not at this moment.
So I'll give you guys a little trick. I've interviewed a lot of great successful people, and their answers always no, but what I want is progress, and what I want is more. So keyword was progress and more, and exactly what Lala said just now. Yes, it is, but I want progress. And the best progress, I believe, and the best joys I've seen in being an entrepreneur as well is when we see other people's life change, that we were the one, that was a cause and effect. We're the one that caused a great life in other people. And that gives great joy. All right. And right now, I think how life is out, it's crazy. It's a turmoil. It's ups and downs. How do you manage your time?
I consider myself a very unorganized person. That's one of the things that I need to manage better, I think. But really, my time is just like I mentioned earlier. You just have to prioritize what's important for you. So it's just between my family and my business right now, and I think that's really what keep me going every day. My time is, I always have, I don't think that I have 8 hours. I feel like I have 7 days and 24 hours every day. So, and I think that we can do a lot with that. So it's simple. It's really, you just have to go on with what you have to do today and not focus too much on what you have to do in 2 months. I manage myself a lot with the small goals that take me to the big one.
Yes. And when we spoke earlier throughout, I've always believed that success is a team sport. And sometimes it's not the team you're working with, it's like the coaches, the fans, or the trainers and stuff like that, right? And this is the question I knew, and I know I didn't want to just let you know about this question, but I think it's important to ask, right? Is there someone in your life that inspired you, Lala, that they don't know about it? They don't know they inspired, but they had a major impact in you?
I think, I'm gonna answer. My answer is gonna be very simple because it's everyone's answers. I think, or many people. I have a great support cast. I do have a great support cast, like you mentioned, coach, and people that teach me different kinds of skills and many things. But really, I really got inspired by one person that has taken me integrity, that has taken me that working for your own dreams is better than working for someone else. And I think I use all of that right now in my business. That's my dad. And he doesn't know how much I admire him because I find him sometimes telling me, I'm sorry, I didn't give you guys what you deserve. And I don't want him to feel that because he gave me the most important thing. All the values that I have come from him. And my mom, at very young age, she introduced me to God.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing that I have as a person, as a human, knowing that if you know God, you're gonna be okay. Yeah. The values that my dad teach me. He was the number 1 income earner in Mexico when he was 70 years old. So in a network company, and I was so proud of him and how
You always got a napkin there. My eyes are sweating.
how he accomplished.
You got a napkin there or Kleenex real quick? My eyes are sweating. It's just, it just happened. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure you do have the experience with your parents. You know what they have, how important they are with your life.
Yeah. You know, Kleenex or something. Yeah. I'm just trying to wipe away my so it doesn't look ugly on camera. Yeah. Good. Okay. Yeah. Just to answer that, Lala, of all the times when I see you post something about your dad on Facebook, if I get a chance to comment it or even meet you and say, thank you for doing that, there's a very soft spot, of course, in me as well for my parents. But the fact that you're really, living that day out and sharing it with the world, I think it's so important to never forget where we came from. And they did their best what they had. And it's our turn to do our best what we have, right? So I think it's going to be a beautiful journey for that. I bump into so many people who want to start their own business, who have great ideas, great intentions, and just they mean well. But what advice, Lala, would you give to someone who wants to start their business and be successful at it? Because everyone wants to start one, but start the business and be successful at it. What would it be?
I think that just tell everybody that the limitations are on our heads. We can do so much if we were to have that, but you have to realize that your dreams are much bigger than any limitation that you have. That you have to have a very strong why that could be bigger than the that limitation that you have in your head. So I think that's what holding us back so many times is our own obstacles that we put on our head. The biggest no that we have, it's right here. It's not out there. So, and you have to really embrace who you are, what are you made of it, and see your dream. Just vision your life. What if it works? Because many times our imaginations play up with ourselves, and like whenever I wanted to start a business, and then we put like a full scenario where it's going to be bad. Yeah. What if it doesn't happen? What if people laugh at me? What if I go more broke than I am right now? And why don't you picture yourself with the nicest scenario? What if it happens? What if I can buy a house with this? What if I can make my dream come true?
Oh, buy a Tesla.
Yes, buy a Tesla. Then it's totally different. It changed the whole perspective of you by starting a business when you put your positive energy on it.
Yeah, put your positive energy. It's really what I understood from it is that you're fighting against your brain. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's natural tendency to be negative, but be intentional to be positive. That's one of the key tricks. So this is hearing it from a very self-made, successful millionaire here as well. I think these advices, because she's living it, will resonate a lot to all those who are trying to make it happen out there. And as all those entrepreneurs who want to start their business as a consultant or even as a whatever it might be in your industry, it is so important to listen to what she has to say.
It's nothing has to be bigger than your dreams, bigger than your reasons on why do you want it to change your life. So you really have to embrace that.
Embrace, accept it.
Yes.
Boom. All right.